If you're into League of Legends and if you're into the LCK, you would have just tuned in and watched how Gen G was finally able to secure a domestic LCK title.
They come into this final confident, and it shows. And Toby lifts a trophy here in the LCK for the first time to an eruption from the crowd. Oh, it's just so beautiful to watch.
Peanut says, I've already had 3, you guys go first.
Now before I go out on my thoughts on today's video, you would really make my day if you could like, sub and ring the notification bell, because I want to eventually focus on this stuff instead of sleeping my hours away working on daily reports. If you're like me and you're a hardcore T1 fan throughout the years, you would have tuned in on the Sunday live broadcast of the LCK Grand Finals between Gen G and T1. What I was hoping for was obviously the 11th domestic title for Faker, but I knew it was going to be a tough match against Gen G, who has been looking super dominant throughout the summer.
Win the fight, Doran, he's been exhausted. Peanut flashes, Arctic Assault gets himself out, no one's died in the fight. Finds a huge ultimate, and Carrier will go down. Peanut, the wild growth on top of him, and it is a double kill already for the Zeri. I guess we're Zeri gaming, ladies and gentlemen.
But who knew? It was going to be a one-way slaughterhouse, which had me on Copium support for the whole time. Damn it. To break it down generally, a super rookie team consisting of Zeus, Wano, Guma, and Carrier, led by the GOAT himself, Faker, T1 has found tremendous amount of success throughout the spring, MSI, and summer splits. They've been on a rampage ever since they found their team synergy and broke their own records in the LCK. Fans have been cheering, haters be crying, and everyone wanted to see what the LCK Grand Finals was going to be like, because, come on, who would not want to see Faker win more, right? And that is until a roster with the names of Doran, Peanut, Ruler, Lehans, and Chovy enters the fray. My god, I never thought the day would come when we had 3 players from the old Griffin squad come together with a super jungler of Peanut and one of the gods of ADC, Ruler, on the same team.
Ruler just wanting to keep himself safe, but remember, he has GA, he has Mercurial Scimitar, and there is the ult out of Peanut. They're looking for the engage. They don't want to go for any 50-50s as their health bar just melts. He does so much damage. There's the triple kill already.
Now obviously Chovy only joined Gen G in 2022, but you could immediately see just how fast the team was growing together with impressive results throughout the year. They finished second against T1 early in the spring, second against EDG at MSI, and was a constant threat always looming on the Rift. Before we obviously talk about the LCK Grand Finals, Gen G, or rather players, was always under a curse of finishing second or worse, never securing the full domestic title, and to a point it became a bit of a meme. The only person on the Gen G roster that had a title was Peanut, and that was when he was with SKT T1. Players like Doran, Chovy, Lehans, and Ruler were titleless despite being legendary performers for the most part, domestically. And now, coming into the LCK Grand Finals, the stakes were high, the clips of trash talk was amazing, and oh my god, Ruler on Zeri with a full control of Chovy's Azir was simply beautiful. Game 1 had started with T1 quickly picking up 2 kills, but what happened right after was simply Gen G turning on the gears and dismantling T1, with Ruler going 16-1. Mind you, the total kills on Gen G on that one was only 19, so Ruler had 16 of them. I wish my ADC was like that when I was ranking. Now obviously, when someone on a certain champion pop off from game 1 of any tournament, you either straight up ban them or you take that option for yourself. And that is exactly what T1 did on game 2. They took Zeri and Yuumi as a priority pick, and on bot side with Gen G, locking in Lala and Singed.
What?
Yes, you heard it right, Singed. The champion which just runs around, flips you once, in hopes that he did it correctly so he become immobilized, otherwise running away and spreading poison, baiting you to chase him down to the ends of eternity while dying. Yep, that champion. But Lehans is known as one of those best players of this champion and have used it in the past to straight up troll his way to victory. On top of this, Peanut, who has his Poppy banned away, looked incredible on the Sejuani and consistently pressured T1 with owner's Morgana not having his value fully displayed. Chovy was 9-0 on Silas, Ruler went 4-0. To sum it up, game 2 was just a stomp, and my heart was pretty much at the bottom of the ocean. Game number 3 comes up, and of course the Zeri Yuumi duo gets prioritized by Gen G because T1 had to ban away the Poppy, the Sejuani away from Peanut, and with the Skana. So this meant T1 had to settle for Sivir and Lulu due to Nautilus and Draven being banned away. Trophy gets to a Z, Doran gets Renekton, Peanut on the Sings out. And that is pretty good squad by my sake. Now comes the full game. T1 fans were probably all screaming and dreaming about a reverse sweep on Gen G due to how the first 2 games were played. Most of them, and I mean me, were probably kicking and screaming about why Zero Yumi Peak was left open again when it was an ultimate demise when they just first lost against Gen G in the summer split. But I knew I was just a chump in my own opinion, so you know that they know much better, so I trust in them, right? So the third game started with T1 looking in control, Oran gets 2 kills, Peanut trailing with a 1 in the beginning, 19 minutes. However, things took a turn for the worse for T1 when it was time to contest with that third Drake, and my god, it was clear as day why ruling their hands could not be stopped. What followed after was a very quick Baron for T1, which didn't amount to enough pressure and enabled that reverse of the game. Followed by a very disastrous second Baron fight where Gen G proceeded to win and get themselves the fabled first domestic title.
Value here, the Boomerang Blade doing a lot of work to the Zerion. Now Faker looks for his opportunity. Ruler, he's going to get hit by the jump, but Faker had to go golden too early, and Peanut will secure the Baron. Now Gumayusi is just trying to be huge in this fight, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. He is a one-man army, but it's not quite large enough, and Ruler is exactly the same thing. There's your Zeri angle, and Carrier is running the wrong direction. It's a double kill in the end for the Gen G 80 carry.
Gen G has now secured themselves the first place seed for Worlds 2022, and they look as strong as ever to win it all. I personally feel that if they maintain this kind of form, there really isn't going to be any other teams that can really put a challenge up to them. However, that is still speculations for the oncoming competition, and that I'm just inserting my own opinions here. And so, if you're a hardcore T1 fan, this video probably hurts, and yeah, it hurts me pretty much as well because I really do love them. But then for Gen G, you know, who has finally found their groove and broke their all-time high curse, it is an absolutely beautiful moment to happen. And so, we will see what's going to happen during Worlds 2022 this year, and I'm personally excited to see how they're going to be able to stack up the rest of the games. Oh, I literally died watching the game as a T1 fan. Like, holy, Gen G is in top form, like in absolute top form. But you know, T1 winning out of it, this is just the beginning. I always expect a T1 win because they've always set the bar so damn high, because second is not T1, right? It's always first, and breaking records, that's T1. Like, let's go!